Well, 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 well. Well, 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 well. Hello. Oops, my chin. Okay. Yeah, it seems that they did an update again to the webcam program, and so I think that my face may look a bit different. Mainly the movement. They did some updates to the tracking mechanism, and I don't know. Let's see how it works. Let's see if it works fine. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Everything is up. Yes, webcam is up. Stream is up. Everything is running. I would say that we are good. We are good. How are you guys today? Hey, hey. Hey, hey, I'm live. So I want to continue a bit with the NPC. Now, I cannot go on forever on this, I know, but at the same time, I want to improve it a bit. So I added some responses here. I see that some of you actually helped. So, well, you did a few. You didn't do many, but I think if you can help, I can give you the link again if you want. So we need someone to help in filling out this question and answers, right? It's kind of important because then we can improve the responsiveness, I would call it, the responsiveness of our NPC. So we will continue with this. I see that, for example, on Magic Basic, there are all the questions on... I see. Yeah, this one, for example, is important. Huh? I don't know if we want to have different... Yeah, but the best would be to have different ones. So that is always a bit different. Hello, Ula, good evening. So let me see. How do I want to organize this? Let me just go back to the bit slow. I'm a bit slow tonight, huh? Okay. I changed the music. Now we have the music in. I don't know why my face is always looking down. Like you see, when I look to the right side, it's looking down all the time. I don't know why. I think they changed something in the tracker, and it has to be tuned again completely. I don't know why it's looking down so much. Even if the up is looking up, the down is looking down, but it seems that it's a bit too much, no? I think it works pretty bad, if I can say. Significantly broken. I would say that the pitch is really broken. From here, is really broken. I don't know what they did, but the pitch movement seems to be completely fucked up now. The roll is kind of okay, but it goes down very easily. I don't know. Anyway, this is not the most important part, so we will leave it what it is, as it is. It seems that sometimes it's just looking down while it should not look down, so it's bouncing a lot. I see a lot of bouncing and movement. I think I will probably disable the vertical one. Yeah, I will disable vertical. I think is the best way. Because it's bouncing too much, it's annoying. Okay, I disabled vertical, so I cannot move my head up or down anymore. I think it's probably a bit better. Okay, Magic Basic. Let me see this one a second. Magic Basic. What do we have in Magic Basic? About magic, about red, about way, about red. What? No, about red, about magic. Yeah, but there is enough. So why we added more? I don't know why there are these additional entries. Maybe because if you say what is the red way is not one second. Because maybe when you say what is the red way is not answering. Let me see. Let me launch the client. Tell me about the red way. The red way is for the... Okay, so tell me about the red way works, right? What is the red way? Yeah, it works anyway. So why we need to have... Why we need to have... why we need to have additional ones? I don't think it's needed. Here in Magic Basic, there are additional answers for Azure, Dark, but they are already covered. So I think these are duplicate. These are big time duplicates. I think, unless she has, well, we can move to someone else and see. No, Levrus is not a good one. Let me try a random guy. Yeah, he's answering as well. So it's really in magic base in yeah. Let me do info. Info. Gods basic general. Ah. It does not have magic basic into his answer, so he's taking it from somewhere else. He's taking it from general? Huh, then probably he's taking it from general. So there is a duplication, huh? There is a duplication. GG searching it here. No, it's not here. He's not in this list. How can he answer to that question if... How can he answer to that question if he's not in his knowledge? The red way is for those who wish to be powerful and feared. The red way. I can go backward. I can go from the trigger to... and understand where is it. Oh! What? It's not there. Okay. Well. It's impossible. So there is one in Magic Basic, there is one in Newbie, and there is one in Ultra Basic. But this guy... Okay, he's bringing me with him. But this guy is answering anyway. Something strange here. Something strange, boys. So we need to see NPC knowledge areas of... Race Basic, General, Hydla Basic. It's impossible. I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand what is going on. He's basically answering to something that he should not be able to answer. Wow. Okay. Chat from Twitch is not showing on stream. Ay. Hello, coach. I just watched the Grandmaster of SC2 versus Terran. Really like Zerg insane. It should be a very, very old video though. How old is the video? I think I remember that one. Twitch is not showing, huh? Twitch chat is not showing. Let me try to restart just the chat thingy. Yeah, there is a problem with the Twitch integration. August 22? Really? I think they did it already. I mean, I think they did it already. I remember... Anyway. Okay, I mean, I'm happy that they did it now, but I remember fighting versus Insane. Maybe it is the 7 Insane. Maybe they did 3 Insane. Or 4 Insane long time ago. Okay, so there is a real mystery, eh? There is a real mystery of how is it possible that this NPC is able to answer a question that is not in his brain. I don't understand. So there is something that this guy always been in the worst place ever, but about Red Way. Yeah. He's answering with this. I think it's in general somehow. It's impossible otherwise. Why? The red way is for those who wish to be powerful. The red way is for those. The red way... Bro. It doesn't exist. No. Maybe it's a response 2. Or is it response 3? Or is it response 4? Or is it response 5? What the fuck? No, it's impossible. I'm looking at the wrong database or what? I'm looking at the wrong database. I don't think so. I don't think so. What the fuck? This is amazing. This is amazing. I don't have this answer in the database. Dark way magic causes... Dark way magic causes... It's somewhere else. This thing is somewhere else. Also, it's something that has only one answer, because we are always getting the same answer. We are always getting the same. So it's like if it's a knowledge area. Wait a second, I don't understand. There is something that I'm missing, boys. My mind is tricking me. There is a piece of additional knowledge that I'm missing, that I'm not considering. It's absolutely impossible. I'm searching in the database on the other window, but what the hell? I don't understand. Okay, this is a good test though. This is a good test because it means that something happened. This is a good test. I mean, I'm happy that he can answer, but at the same time, he's invalidating the logic, you know? Embedded based response in C++, no. There is nothing like that. Let's go in the old game 1 second. He's answering also in the old game. He's answering also in the old game. He's answering in the old game. Okay. What I am missing? Okay. Okay, let's do it the hard way. Well, not the hard way. I think it's easy anyway. But we can go into, you know, dialogue and debug it and see what is reading. I mean, what is. Also, we have a debug. Yeah, if you want, we have a debug variable that is in the other ENI. What is it? ENI in the other ENI. So under config, I don't remember if it's default engine or default game, but well, yeah, it's a. So we have, we should have an NPC dialogue. NPC dialogue is already logged, so in theory we should already get quite a bit on our server if we launch it. And okay, let's try. Because when when we run the response, no, it's not telling us. No, I need to debug it. I need to launch it in debug mode and see what do we get in find response. I cannot read the tweet chat. I'm sorry. Let me try. I can read it another way, but okay. No one said anything. So yeah, inside find response. We can put it verbose. If we put it verbose, if you put it verbose, it will tell us in which area is finding it, I think. But I can also do this. Now I'm very curious, right? Because now I'm very curious to understand where or is in the NPC? No, it is not in the NPC himself. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's on the NPC himself. No, but I think I have a problem with the database though, because no, he's answering also in mine. So if he's answering in mine, it means that that phrase is actually, but it's not in responses, right? It's not in responses. I think if it's not in responses, it's probably inside, because I remember that we had some quest scripts that were dedicated to knowledge areas. Because originally, long time ago, yes, you see there is a -1. Yes. Yes, you see these ones that are with -1. The problem is these are all specific. We have to remember this, huh? These are specific on There is a piece that we are missing, but we are going to discover it very, very, very soon. There is 100% a piece that we are missing, but I think it's probably something here. All these ones with -1. Which by the way, I think are much better than the other ones, huh? Are so much better and so much easier to use, huh? Let me search Red Way here. If I do script, script like the Red Way. Come on. There is a -1, but there is all stuff that we didn't document properly, and now we are failing to remember, right? That is why documentation, mainly in a project that is as big as ours, extremely important to document everything. Extremely important. So if I say to this guy about Red Way, right, we enter with... Wait, it is not really the best place. We enter with an area that is Ironquest. Then we enter with Ironquest again. What the fuck? Ah yes, because we do one for every area. Oh my. No, like this I will never finish. The Red Way is for those who wish to be powerful. So he found it. He actually found it somewhere. I don't know where, but he found it somewhere. So in terms of debug, what we see, we see checking Arquis for trigger about red wave with last response and quest. Yeah, actually found 5 blank responses. But the guy is still answering, which is absolutely insane. How is it possible? How is it possible? Okay. Now we need to understand this because now we need to understand this. There's no way. You see that the response in theory is null, right? Ah, but sorry, it was null for that knowledge area. We timed out. This something is not very easy to debug. I can try to move the debug to verbose and see if we are more lucky, but NPC dialogue verbose, right? Let's see. Because actually it is finding the 5 blank responses, which is inside, I think, Magic Basic, but but there is no base location. Base location doesn't exist. Base location, I don't know what is it. I don't know what is base location. I mean, our NPC work fairly simply. I mean, they have a number of knowledge areas defined on themselves, and each knowledge area has a bunch of triggers. Now, it's true that we have the other knowledge areas, the ones that are defined inside quest, right? With quest ID -1. So maybe it's hidden there. I think it's hidden there somewhere. But I tried to search the text and I didn't find it. Which is very weird. One second. Okay, I'm back. It's very weird that is it in Lavrus first quest? No, I don't think so. I mean, and even if it is, only Lavrus should answer to that. So there is some other default, maybe is the error, maybe there is an error, I don't know. I don't understand, but we will find out. We will find out very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, I will just let it go because we have the... Okay, so we get this. We have the debug at maximum now, so I want to see what the debug is telling us. So it's basically saying no trigger found everywhere. No trigger found, no trigger found, no trigger found, no trigger found. And then checking general for trigger about red way. Entering NPC dialogue response about red way. General. Finding response considering trigger. Pushing non-quest response. Yeah, is inside a non-quest, I think, because it makes no other sense about red way. But the non-quest, because there is a generated number. You see this 1 million whatever. There is a generated number. Ah, he's here. Motherfucker. He's here. He's here. So he's in this part, eh? It's super confusing though. The fact that we have two different ways of doing the same thing is super confusing. Because yeah, he's here. So, okay. So all my analysis is no, it's not wrong, but is partial, right? Is extremely partial, because this list is analyzing only the ones that are in NPC triggers and NPC responses. Plus there is another universe of. So the question is why there is a mosquito around me. Fuck it. Mosquito, you know, the vampire, the blood vampires. The point is do we want to do it this way or do we want to do it the other way? The other way is so much easier to type and write and create, but is not easy to index, right? So for example, it's not easy to index. Like you cannot really search these ones, you know. I mean, this one is so much easier. So much easier. Are basically, wow, and there are a million of them, right? There are a million of them. There are 100 of them. There are 100 of them. What I don't understand is if I go and check one NPC, for example Trasok, right? Trasok Starhammer, right? I go and search for him. I go and search for him. And I find him. And I say, hey, please give me all the KA. And I go about blacksmithing, for example. About blacksmithing. For example, this one is in 2 places, right? It's in 2 places. Because it's... it is bad though, it is bad, it is bad. Because we may duplicate a lot of stuff. For example, about blacksmithing, right, is here for Trasok, right? But is also area is also here. Well, it's not identical because this one is actually about blacksmith and the other one is about blacksmithing, but is anyway in 2 places, you know. I think it's because one day we decided that this way of doing scripts was easier, and so we added this capability, and so we started to use it this way. Now, what is the disadvantage of that? Is the disadvantage that I cannot have a prerequisite? No, because I'm not using a prerequisite anyway here, and I'm just trying to evaluate what is the difference between this way, right, this way, and this way. Let's say that this one is a bit more compact from the database point of view because you can put everything that you have in one file, right? And then at runtime they are identical, right? So what we need to decide is, do we still want to keep this duplication? And if we keep this duplication, do we give any rule of what to put in one place or the other place, right? Because I don't know, it's kind of also how people are editing this. How are people editing this? I think they are probably editing under trigger KA. Trigger KA. What are trigger KA? Trigger KA. KA script. Ah, yes, there it is. Yes, one is called trigger KA with triggers, and the other one is called KA scripts, right? KA scripts. KA scripts. And KA scripts, I can actually list them, you know, in our internal website that is in database, and yes, I have them all and I can see them all. But we definitely have a duplication here. How can I be sure, you know? How can I be sure that the general how can I be sure How can I be sure that this, for example, about weapons and weapons is not duplicated with the NPC triggers in general? I think probably the idea was in fact it is. In fact it is. It is duplicated. There is a weapons, you know, trigger 1708, and this trigger 1708 is probably having a response. No, is empty. Okay. Maybe these are some of the ones that have been removed to be moved to the script. Because this one, for example, 1708 looks empty, right? So if I go in our empty thingy, probably I find one GG. Yeah, in fact I find it 1708, which is the 5 blank responses. The really hard part of the scripts is to manage them, because it's basically a list that is not sortable. You cannot really search, you know. I mean, it's text. It's just a file. So you cannot really search through the file easily. While here you can do a query and see what you are answering to. But all these ones have duplicates, basically. I think probably the majority of the ones that are empty here are like buy armor, I think are present somehow. There is a lot of yeah. Medium text. What the hell is medium text in MySQL? MySQL medium test. What is medium test? Medium text. Wow, medium text is 16 megabytes of text. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough. Huh. So basically, wow. So I don't even know which one is winning, you know? So like if I have one that is defined on one side and is defined on the other side, which one is winning? Which one is winning? Yeah, K scripts is not even... Otherwise, this one is wrong. By KA in KA defined in NPC triggers table or in KA scripts defined in quest scripts table with quest equal to -1 or from quest. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this one I completely forgot. Completely forgot. So, okay. Wow. So now we have another level of complexity to manage. Keep the specific for different townspeople attitude. Yeah, but you know the problem is where do we? I mean, how do we manage this double database, right? So we have a container which is NPC triggers, and we have a container that is the KA scripts, and both are valid, both can do the same thing, exactly the same thing, the same functionality, and at the moment we have triggers of NPCs spread, I mean, between one and the other, right? With no criteria, with zero criteria, with no criteria. So at least to my knowledge, with no criteria to my knowledge. With no criteria. That is a bit of a mess. Okay, let me analyze one thing, right? So let's say that we want to move all to one system, right? Let's say that we want to move all to one system. What are we losing? For example, if I remove these tables, okay, I mean, I will not do it, but let's assume for a second, let's imagine for a second that I remove these two tables, right? And I'm moving everything to the first difference. Yeah, because we don't have a difference in triggers, but we have a difference in responses. Because actually, responses allows to have 5 different randomized responses, right? Plus, it may trigger a script, plus it may have a prerequisite, plus it can have audio associated, while the ones that are in the case scripts are actually just a one answer, right? They don't have all those other capabilities. So actually, yes, they are more handy, but they are somehow more limited. So they are not identical. I said before that they were identical, but they are identical from the trigger point of view, but not from the response point of view. So I think while it's desirable, you know, to have it this way, because it's easier to fill in, we don't have the same functionality. So if you want like a one-shot answer, this is perfect. But if you want to have a more tailored answer, that's pretty bad. Wow. So this adds another level of complexity to the discussion. This adds another level of complexity to the discussion. Yes, it does. Should we define a rule or not? Should we define a rule or just forget about it and say it is a bit of a mess, huh? But anyway, we will survive. Yeah. So this one has full capabilities, including up to 5 different responses, prerequisites, and audio files, right? This one is a single answer. I don't know if it can have prerequisite. Maybe it can if you put it at the... But I think it's harder. It's definitely harder to do in terms of prerequisite. I'm sorry guys, but I cannot read the tweet chat. So... Because it's not... The connector is not working. I don't know why, but... I can message the people on Restream and say what they think about it, but I can open a support ticket. Usually they answer very quickly. I'm always amazed of the Restream support. I'm really amazed. Send us a message. Something is not working. We are sorry to hear. Meanwhile, you transfer you to the next available agent. So we can say hi. Today the Twitch chat the Twitch chat is not showing in the Restream chat. The YouTube one is working instead. I tried to relaunch the Restream chat app, but didn't help. Let's see if someone is answering. We'll reply in a few minutes. Okay, nice. Okay, so we have these two capabilities, right? So now, for the ones that we want to put in, do we want to put them in this way or do we want to put them in this way? Because, you know, now, and also for the ones that are blank, we have to be sure that we are checking that there is no already a duplicate in the other. Because, for example, we saw we saw red way being missing, right? And we were about to add it. So we were saying, oh, red way is missing. But then I did the search and it was actually popping up. So, you know? So I think that probably my take, you know what is my take? My take is the following. I think I'm trying to figure out in my mind an idea, right? The idea is the idea is that we have general, that are super generic answers that where basically everything else failed, right? Everything else failed. So I think that general makes sense to be single answer, and I think it makes sense to be in the KA scripts. And in fact, is the only one Yes. I think this was already the original thinking. I think this was already the original thinking. It was already original thinking. Okay. Wait. I'm creating in my mind. I'm forming in my mind a guideline, right, on how to use one or the other. So okay. I think I have an idea, boys. I have an idea. Let's do this. All sentient NPC, right, have the general KA. The general KA, right, is present in two places, and I'm fine that it's in two places. So it's present in NPC triggers for all base I don't know how to call those, but basically is all the default answers to common stuff, right? Like hello, goodbye, fuck you, you know, and things like that. So for all the super common answers, right, that require basically no knowledge, right? They require basically no knowledge, so they are like automatic answers, right? So like hello, you know, greetings, so something like that. I can see how troublesome that could be, but I'm glad you reached out by bringing it to our attention. Okay. Okay. Yes, it is kind of broken. So present NPC trigger for in the super common. Yes, and present in KA scripts, right? Well, one KA script, because there is only one, by the way, which is this one, 1125, right? ID 1125 in quest scripts table ID 1125, and this will always be the same, right? Will always be the same. We will never change this. For the general knowledge, right? General knowledge with one single answer, right? And this should be knowledge that everyone, really everyone could know, right? Everyone that has, you know, a brain, that everyone knows, no matter is, you know, his experience, social status, race, whatever, hometown, whatever, right? So anything. So usually these are pretty dumb answers, right? Right. So, and this is like the ultimate result, the ultimate resource, you know, the last resource when everything else fails, right? So it is used when everything else fails, right? And it basically requires nearly no knowledge for this part and very little knowledge for this one, right? So we should be sure that, for example, if we answer to what is the right way and we do it in this file, it's super generic. So for example, if someone says, hey, tell me about swords, you know, swords are considered one of the most balanced weapons, they do a moderate amount of damage, blah blah blah. If you're looking to buy one, merchant and smith are a good place to look, right? So it's super generic. So it doesn't tell you in this town there is this merchant or that merchant, right? Because general is below that. Now above general, right? Above general, there are the area responses, or there are the team responses. Team meaning like gods and gods and magic, right? I think we have gods, races, and magic. And I think these ones are already showing a significant level of knowledge to be able to answer to those, right? So I think that here we can go specialized. So I don't think we should have a magic in KA script. I think we should have a magic only in real responses, right? Yes. So yeah. Let me just think to something. Magic gods, people, trading merchants, money, taverns, factions. And factions and organizations. I think also faction organization is a bit risky. Should be... So by area... So by area we have basic, we have important people, and if you want we have greetings and goodbye, right? So which is basically covering people, taverns, and that's it, right? People and taverns and places, because they can be also locations or whatever. Location or special point of interest, right? Location and special point of interest. So all of that. Can we try to type something in? Now it's working. Can you say something in Twitch? I think I just said something in Twitch and it seems to be working now. I think it restarted working for whatever reason. Okay. I think I don't know if I want to do a small schema, but I think it would be a good idea. So general, let me see if I can do a schema. But basically is, you know, is general is like the foundation of everything and is where everything fails, right? And actually general is divided in general triggers and general triggers and general KA. So they are actually two different things. I don't know if I want to put it here or right, general triggers and general KAs. These are, I don't know if the KA should win over the triggers or vice versa. This is a good question. Should it? So I think that the triggers are lower level. I think general KA is actually general case. Well, a general case script. General case script is, I think, is above of the generic triggers, right? This is what we said. Then there are magic gods and everything else that I don't know if should be before or after the city specific. I think they should be before the city specific, right? City specific should win. Yes. So the sequence is triggers KA. Then here we have a block of magic. What happened? I don't know. He fucked up. Magic, gods, and magic gods, and merchants. No, merchants. No. Magic gods and races. Exactly, magic gods and races. Right. And this is now the only problem. You know what is the only problem is that if you're speaking about your own race, it should be slightly different, right? While so I think that yeah, that could be a problem. So if you are asking who are the clan, you know, to a clan, it should answer you with more knowledge. So that's something that at the moment I cannot solve. But in theory, it should be that way, right? So, but anyway. Magic gods and races in theory comes next, and is at this level. Then above that there are the city specific, right? So there is city specific so city basic or area. I mean, I don't know, it should be area, not city. Area that includes, right? Area that includes basic. So is area basic. Then area important people, let's say people, so it's shorter. Basic, important people. Okay, greetings and goodbye I think is a bit but it's okay. I mean, if you want to have greetings and goodbye, fine. Like in Oja, you know, they greet you in a different way, then okay, it's fine. I think it's a good idea. So this should come above, right? And remember that the sequence in which we read them is this. So we are reading them from top down. So if this fails, it goes to the next level. If this fails, it goes to the next level. If this fails, it goes to the next level. So that's the thing. I can't hear anything. What the hell? Twitch timed out. GG. But the Twitch chat restarted. Hello? No, I'm live, man. Why you say timed out? It didn't. Okay, so here we have area, specific area basic, specific area people, and the specific area greetings. Okay. Now on top of this, and these ones are all triggers, right? These ones I think should be all triggers. This one should be all triggers. Yeah, exactly. So this is the other important point, right? This is the other important point. I don't know exactly how to express it, but how to put it in the schema. But the point is that to me, this one should be NPC triggers, right? This one should be NPC triggers as well. This one should be NPC. This one are NPC trigger by definition, and these ones are scripts. Right now, when we go one level above is the NPC specific knowledge, excluding quest, because quest is another area. But here we are in NPC specific knowledge. So NPC specific here is where we have a bit of a mess, because NPC specific is a mix. So we can go under NPC triggers and search for area, you see, and in area we have single answers and double answers. That's a bit of a mess, but so NPC specific can also be can be both triggers and KA scripts. I don't know exactly why we did it this way, but we did it. So NPC specific should never overlap. Now, how do we know that it's not overlapping? For example, I have here an answer, you know, on Boralis about a weapon that is damaged, right? And it's 399, and I'm assuming that he's answering, you know, 399, he's answering something, right? He's answering, your item is better repaired with the blacksmith, not myself, right? I'm a merchant, not a blacksmith, and whatever, right? So he's answering you this. He's answering you this. But at the same time, if I go under quest script, my fear is that I will be able to find his answers here as well. Yeah. It is not easy. It is not easy. But this, so here we have two layers, you know. We have layers of stuff that is a one-time answer, and the others which are multiple answers. So I think we can have NPC specific single answer, and then we have NPC specific multi-answer. The point is that unfortunately those can overlap, right? So these two can overlap, and that's very annoying. So it means that this is not one on top of the other, but is one next to the other, right? Is one next to the other, because they are evaluated at the same time. So if there is a duplicate, unfortunately, I have no idea who wins. But I don't know, but someone will win. I don't know who. So and so this is and so this one at the top actually are this one at the top, these ones are triggers. No, sorry, these one are triggers, and these ones are KA, right? For these two. I don't know how to. I don't know how to say that, but paint failing. Paint failing at details. But yes, basically this is the thing. And we read them from top to bottom, right? So the sequence is from top to bottom. I think like this is very confusing, by the way. This vertical, but anyway, I think I understand what I meant with this schema. Now if I show this schema to someone else, I think it may be very confused, but pretty much this is what it is. Pretty much this is what it is. Twitch keeps stuttering on me. Okay. Yeah, and also the chat is disconnected again. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. Okay, so let's say that this is the theory, right? This is the theory. So if we save this file and we put it under KA something, I think we can save it in JPEG. I think PNG is not needed. So we keep it even smaller. And then if I upload a file, I think it should be named, I think KA is a bit too short. Let's call it KA structure or something. Let's call it KA structure. Okay, so if we upload if we upload whatever is this, KA structure, exactly, and we put it here. And we put it here. How do I insert an image? Image. Use this image. No, please. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Put it. No, no, no. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why so big? It's really so big, huh? Okay, like this is a bit bad. So I think we can say that in this picture, okay, now is okay. So here is this is, I don't know how to call it, but it's the cascade, right? It's the cascade of how the knowledge areas are searched, right? It is the overall pile. I don't know if I want to call sequence of how KAs should be defined in NPC. With higher priority at the top and lower at the bottom. KAs are read starting from top, and if an answer is not found, we go one level below. We search one level below, right? One level down. Okay, we search one level down. We search for the answer. We search for the answer. One level down. Okay, so basically everything starts with general, which we said that it can be in NPC script or in case script on NPC triggers. Then we have gods, magic, and races, which I think should all be in NPC triggers, right? So, and then we have the 3 for the areas. So basic, locations, which is basic. Oh fuck! I forgot locations. No. Ah, no, wait. Basic that contains locations. Yes, basic it contains location, services, and such. And then we have important people and greetings if we want. Yes, perfect. And then we have NPC specific. Right? Then we have NPC specific. That may contain NPC triggers or KA script based on. I mean, you can decide which one you prefer, you know, as needed, based on the type of answer required, right? So if it's multi-answer or not. Okay, so now that we know this, hello, who joined? Hello, Paul Castram Gaming. Hey. Hello. So basically we have general, areas, and NPC specific, okay? Area, general, and NPC specific. So these are the levels that we have defined, okay? Test. Yeah, your test worked, actually. Your test worked, but I don't know if we are delayed or what is going on. Weird, but seems to work now. Yeah. Hi. Yes, seems to be working since few minutes. Yeah, it seems to be working since few minutes. I don't know what happened. Ah, it's the same Paul. Ah, okay. Hello, Paul. Yeah, it seems to be... I don't know. We did some tests before, but it was not working. Okay, so this is the structure we are gonna use. Okay, so we're gonna use general, areas, and NPC specific. Okay, this is very good. Let me save this before we lose it. Okay, thanks. No, it's fine. Okay. So now let's go back to our original problem, but now we have the solution. Now we have the solution, because our problem was, if I speak to this guy and I ask him, tell me about the red way, right? Okay, apart from 1 million breakpoints, but right, this guy is answering using this schema, right? Is using this schema. He's searching in the NPC specific, doesn't find. He's searching in here, it doesn't find. He's not searching here because this particular guy doesn't have magic defined in his brain, and then he's defaulting to this general KS script, and this is where we are finding the answer. So we are finding a very generic answer, but at least he's answering, which is good, right? Which I think is good. But from this you understand that he doesn't have any higher knowledge of this matter, right? He doesn't have any higher knowledge of this matter. Now what we say is that when we speak about magic, so now we start to make all start to make sense, huh? Because now well, it starts to make sense, yes and no, but yeah, it starts to make sense. So now the problem I have is the following. If I have a trigger defined here, and I have a trigger defined, the same trigger defined in which one is winning? Which one is winning? Because, you know, this schema may actually be wrong, because I think that these two may be in parallel. Actually, I have no idea which one wins. I have no idea which one wins. But it seems that this one is winning. because I'm not completely convinced. I'm not completely convinced. Let me do something. So where we have about Red Way, right? Which was a new one that we added. And it was a new one that we added. Now I cannot find it, obviously, but I know, because it was in Magic. Because it was in Magic. Yes, yes, perfect. If it's in Magic, it's fine. If it's in Magic, it's fine. That is exactly the place we should be. It's fine. If it's in Magic, it's fine. Yes, yes. His magic is fine, but there is a but, because I would like to expand. I would like to expand this. About silver, about iron, whatever. Exactly. Crystal way, red way, brown way, blue way. Yeah, but without about, does it work anyway? Are there two? Huh. Yes, there is, for example, a good example of duplications, because actually we have a crystal way here, and then we have about crystal, right? So this is a pretty bad one, but it's okay, we can leave it in. I mean, I don't care. But in theory it is a mistake, huh? About currency, about money. Yeah, but it is very good, actually. It is actually very good. Okay. Okay. Now the question is what we want to do, but at least we understood an additional layer of this KA thingy, and we documented it, which is very nice. Now my question is, what do I want to ensure? I want to ensure that every NPC. I mean, I want to ensure that the general triggers and general KA are covering pretty much all the cases, right? And we want to be sure that all the empty one. Okay, so let's go back to the empty one second, right? Because I asked you to add answers to this. Okay, I asked you to add answers to this. Now the problem I have with this is that I don't know who has a specific KA script, right? I don't know because it's so messy. And this is one of the problems, right? So here I have a quest ID -1, right? But who is who, right? Who is who? Like, how do I know if Durok is in any of those? It's so hard to find. Yeah, that's one of the problems, of the scripts. Because I can search Durok, but then I will find him obviously in a million places because they speak about them. But no, it does not have a specific KA. Yeah, this is a kind of complex stuff. It's complex to manage this list, this list together with the other list. It's very annoying. It's very annoying because you never know if, yeah, for example, Brado, for example, has a KA script, right? He has a KA script. And he also has specific NPC triggers, which at the moment are blank, right? For example, this one, Cobra's Pass, Gardens, Wise Closed. So, and maybe those are answered here. Wow. There is so much in here. It's insane. It's insane the amount of stuff that is in here. It's insane. It's actually insane. For Brother, there is a lot of stuff. For Brother, is a lot of stuff. So, I think, my take would be that the new ones... Okay, we can fix the empty. Let's do this. Let's fix the empty as much as we can here, and let's just double check that for every of the empty we don't have duplicates in the KA scripts. I think this is what we should do. Okay, so I should basically take this list, because otherwise I'm not moving forward, right? So I need to move forward now. I cannot. So basically what I can do, I can say, for example, this guy Aldarin, right? So this Aldarin, if I search him, Wait, no. If I search him here, right? Do I find him, yes or no? Yes, unfortunately, yes, I found him. So he has been expanded already, right? Now, if he has been expanded, the question is, are any of these answers applicable or not, right? Like why the bronze doors, what doom, how to end, how destroyed, or they are already in the scripts, right? Or are they already? For example, what doom, you see? What doom, how end, how destroyed, you know? Is here already, so this is kind of a duplication. Fuck. It's a duplication. About destruction, about holocaust. I fear duplication. I fear duplication. I see duplication. I fear duplication. I see duplication. Because like here is asking about the hordes. And here we are asking about the army, so it's very, very, very similar, right? So we can just expand here, we can just expand this one. Yeah.
Hello. What are you doing?
What I am doing? I am trying to fix our NPC. Trying to fix our NPC. And trying to make them better, but I discovered so many layers of stuff that I'm not even fully sure now if I want to do this job or if I want to do the other job, which is the one, because I think we should expand. I think we should expand one or the other. So to say, if we expand one side, we should always keep an eye on both sides. For example, Durok does not have its own KS script, right? It doesn't. If I search, let me just double check again. But if I search Durok, right, and I search KA, no, it's not even possible this way. Yeah, it's empty. Is empty. So yes, Durok is meaningful. This guy. For example, this guy, you see, where did you mine? Where are the caves? Where are the jade caves? This is absolutely a duplicate. Fuck. This thing is a bit of a mess, boys. So these two are duplicates and should be deleted. It's a lot of maintenance, I have to say. It's a lot of maintenance. It's a lot of maintenance. It's a lot of maintenance. Because we always need to look at one and the other, one and the other, one and the other. But I think, you know what? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that if I see a file, if I see a KA script, no matter what is here, I'm going to delete it. I think it's the easiest. Unless there are genius ideas, but yeah, because there are a lot, but there are some that still are empty. So all this one should be deleted in theory. In theory, all this one should be deleted, boys. They are empty. They are duplicates. Well, some of them are duplicates, and they are already present in a specific script that. So I think is not really meaningful to. To keep them here. Delete. They are anyway empty, so we are not deleting any good data. I'm saying, but for example, Alina is one of the most popular ones, so I am assuming that she has her own. No, she doesn't. No, sorry, not Alina, Lelia. Yeah. No, Alina probably doesn't have. In fact, she doesn't have. Okay, she doesn't have. So these ones are. But are these relevant, right? Are these relevant? One thing that I don't understand is I've seen in the quest scripts, right, for certain NPC, they are speaking about other NPC. And you know, so like if you ask about Rabartus to Alelia, she's telling you he's one of the many guards. Isn't he right outside? He can't have gone far. So, which makes sense. I mean, it's very nice that she's answering this, but and this will override the important people and locations, right? This text is fantastic. I don't know who did it, not me, but whoever did it, this text is fantastic. It's so much stuff. This text is absolutely insanely fantastic. So basically, Alelia can answer you on pretty much every NPC in the city, right? With specific responses. With specific responses. She's insane. The problem is that this level of quality, we don't have it everywhere, right? So probably we have it on her because she's the barkeeper, right? And so bartender. So that's why she probably has a lot of knowledge about everyone. And I think I really like the fact it's been done this way. I think it's very, very nice. I know I'm running around. I'm running a bit in circles. I know, because I'm trying to evaluate what we have and understand what I want to change. But at the same time, I'm... So like, for example, why these two have been added and blanked. Find alternative job, find new job, right? So why this one has been blanked when we have... Yeah, because we don't have one. Okay. I don't know. Alina. I think it's a long. I mean, this is a very long work. Huh? This is a very long work if you want to do it. Alina KA. Because I think that she will. She's probably. Find new job, right? Find new job is empty, for example, but find alternative is not empty, and you change job is not empty. So it's like if someone wanted to expand the you change job with these other two, but he didn't know how to do it. It's very strange. Yeah, probably yes. He didn't know that you can put them all in one line. And so he added two empty ones. So, for example, in this case, what I would do, I would actually change the original trigger, that is trigger 350, to include these two, right? I think it makes no sense to have it split. So I will go to ID 350. Sorry, 350. This one. And I would augment it with find alternative and find new job. Oops. And find new job. So now she will answer to this one in the same way. Right? And so in theory I can delete these two, 348 and 349. And I think that is the best way to do this work, instead of, you know, adding new single triggers. The more incredible thing is no player noticed. Maybe they know why. Maybe they asked the question. Did you ever ask the question to her? Yes, maybe some people did. Some people maybe asked, you know, and got the answer and got surprised by the answer. Boralis. For example, Boralis does not have its own script, right? So Boralis is managed a bit in the old way, right? Well, not in the old way, but anyway, it's managed this way. And I see a bunch of stuff that is actually not filled in. And is also fairly duplicate, for what I can see. About your wife, about your children, about your relatives. I guess because he's speaking about that. Is relatives, what does relatives exactly mean? Relatives can be anyone, can be your child or your parents or whatever. No, his parents. Is relative parents or is relatives dictionary? Wait a second. Is relatives can be any relation or a person who is connected to another by blood or marriage. So it can be also your daughter is a relative. I don't know. It sounds very weird, but I think it's the same question. The about wife and the about relative. So I don't know if I want to put them in the same one, because there is a your store. I think these are all duplicates again. You know, these are kind of duplicates. Because there is an about store. No, about store is here. There is an about store. There is a your store. There is an about emporium. It's kind of tough, huh? It is kind of tough. There are a lot of duplications. There are a lot of duplications in this. A lot of duplications. Like about store, about your emporium, your store, where your store. I mean, all these four should be one, right? It should be one answer, not five. So what do? We merge. We merge. Makes no sense to keep all of those. There's 0 sense. Zero cents. We should keep only the first one. The first one is about store. 417. And on 417 we can add all the others. And delete everything else. I think is the way to go, boys. Otherwise it will take us forever. So 17, 18. I mean, this is cleaning up. This is cleaning up a lot of stuff, right? Because it also simplifies the work if anyone ever wants to fill in these answers, right? But for example, about Emporium. Yeah, there is about Emporium and about your Emporium. GG. 419. There is where is your store, which is slightly different, but I think we can put it in the same. I think we can put it in the same trigger. I think we can put all these ones in the same trigger, and then keep only 17, and so we can delete. We can delete 18, 19. 18, 19, and 21. And 21. Right? Oops. So now we have... So now for him we have... Yes, we have this one. And this one I think is a good one. I think this one is a good one, and we can put it in the list. So we should answer to this one maybe in multiple ways, but usually cousins and uncles, sibling, parents, children. Relatives are not direct family. So like one step after. I don't know. It's a weird question. Why we ask him about the relatives? I don't understand that question. I don't know why we ask him about relatives or about children. I think these are very old things that never been filled in. I think they existed, you know, at the beginning of time. And you see, because you see the ID is 412. So today we are like at 3,000 or 5,000 or I don't know, 10,000. So it means that this one have not been created from the web console, but they've been created manually when we were still editing the database. So I think it is very old stuff. Gaila. Yeah, Gaila, I put this one here and I think it's meaningful. How's the family? Yeah, but I was the family on every NPC, GG. We would never finish. General. There is this block of general which is insane, but you know, we need to understand if this block of general is already included in this general, and I think that it is. So the problem is, how do I know? How do I know? How do I know if these ones are already included, right? I don't know. I think I can keep, you know what? I think I can keep on the other screen. I think I can open this. I can paste it here. I can move it to the other screen. And then I can check between, yes, this and that, if they match. Checkout. What is checkout? What is checkout? Business opportunities, business together. Let me search business. No business at all. Buy beer. All these ones are missing though, huh? So I think that these ones are actually... So I think that these ones are actually all the ones that failed in the past, and yeah, I think it is. You know what is the problem? The problem is that general is really general. So it's not specific to a city, right? Maybe this one I have to do myself. I don't know. Maybe this one I have to do myself. But I think they are all valid, huh? They are all valid. I mean, most of them are. Also, weapons is not there. I don't understand these single ones, but anyway, like draft, shield. What does you wedded means? What is wedded? What is wedded? Is it an insult or something? I don't know. Wedded meaning if you are in a wedding. Okay. If you are married. Yeah, but like this one, we cannot answer in general, right? We cannot answer in general, because in general this will give a generic answer, and well, we can say I don't want to tell you, or mind your business, but it will be a bit rough, you know. Also, do you trade? Do you trade is a tough question, because if he's a trader, he cannot tell you no or yes, right? So anything for sale is kind of the same. How can I? Or this one is triggering a script, right? And it's triggering a script that is checking. Yeah, maybe you should trigger a script. If you could trigger a script, yeah, you should trigger a script actually. This one should trigger a script. The same for you trade, you should trigger a script. And the script can check that would be nice to do, huh? It would be nice to have a script that is actually checking if the NPC is a trader or not, and then is or opening up the trade window, or is just telling you that yes, he is. You go off. Social time in the sun. Okay. See you, coach. Anything to sell? Buy food, buy gear, buy ingot. I think some of this should be also be scripts. Do you have a profession? Give me beer, give me books. Give me crystal, give me gear. I don't know, I think that some of those are pretty bad, but... And they should be all scripts, actually. I think there are some good ones here and some bad ones, right? I think the majority of this one under general are I mean, yes and no. I don't know. I think if we transform some of this one into scripts, they may make sense, but as they are now... Yeah, you see that. Can you give me a beer? Is going to general already. But why I don't find it? Such beverages can normally be bought in a tavern. Why I don't... I have again the same problem I had before, but such beverages, huh? It's not here. So this one is in the default. Bah. I think I'm confused sometimes, but okay. General beer, buy beer. 1737. This one is the one that is empty though. Or not? No, it's not the one that is empty. 1737 is actually filled in. 1737. No, it's not. Such beverages. Wait a second. This one is trigger ID 1698. So it's just beer. So it just goes on this one. It's working very well though. I mean, I can spell, you know, I can type a very different phrase and it's actually coming up with it didn't morph, huh? It looks like it didn't morph. Is there a plural of beer or not? Should be beers, no? Why morphed only by... No, wait a second. Wait a second, huh? Wait a second. Why is no morphing? Why is no morphing? It's not morphing at the moment. Because this shit failed. This shit failed, why? Because I removed it or because it really failed? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Why this thing failed? Did I remove this? No, I don't think so. I need to solve this installation directory thing here because it's super annoying. So the fact that we don't have a clean installation directory for it was here, huh? Yes. Okay. So we need to fix this thing because I want the morphing to happen. I want the morphing to happen 100%, right? Now, the way we were doing it in the past was this shit, right? But this shit is not really optimal. So we were reading from the registry. You see how it works here? There was an if def Windows, and then it was reading from the registry, searching the installation of this shit. But I don't think that's the way, right? I don't think that's the way we want to do it. GG! Hello, Fanner. Have you heard that Queen Elizabeth died? Yes, I've heard. I'm sorry she died, but she had anyway, a very long life, and she was a queen for so much time, and I mean, it is a pity, but you know, there is people dying way younger, so I think it's okay. I don't know. What do you think about it? So can I use my? I cannot. Huh? I cannot use inside of this. There is a plugin. I cannot use because there is a third-party library. So in theory, this library is completely separate from. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna change this. We're gonna change this, and we are going to pass in the directory. Yeah. 100%. 100%. We need to pass it in. Yeah. No, because you know why? Because we have the directory. We have the directory here, right? So there is no reason why. Now the problem is changing that means that that is not compatible anymore with. But we don't care, actually. I don't really care. I care that it's compatible only with plane shift. So yeah. I think I'm gonna do that. So basically from you see this WINI? I think this WINI should have an additional parameter. And this additional parameter will be so this will be WordNet content dir, right? And WordNet content dir needs to be made of what? Of project default. What is the freaking thing? EU project something. EU project. Fuck. What is the name of the thingy? I used it in the status server, for example. I used it here. I think I used it a million times, but I'm searching the one that I remember where I used it. Yes, this. No. Status file. FPAT. FPAT pro, yeah, exactly. So I think we can say FPAT. I think there is also a content here. There is a content project content here, right? The content directory of the current game So I think that project content there will point to my PS Unreal content, right? And inside PS Unreal content, then I have data dict. Data dict. So data dict is where you should look at. So let me just check one thing. How did I do it? Report file. Project saved here. And then I use this, I use this mess here. Okay, fine. Yeah, because we have to do it multi-platform, whatever. So you should work at all cost, right? And so now that we have this, we can. The only problem is that I needed to pass it in as a teacher to ANSI. Right? Because on the other side we will have a char pointer. And so now our W init, whatever it is here. The best would be to open it. I think it's a bad idea to open it here. We should open it in its own project, because actually it has its own project under third party. I think things may change for days to come cause overpassing. Just gotta wait and see. I said she didn't live a long life. Anyone would be lucky to live that long. Yes. Anyone would be lucky to live that long and be a queen. You know? So now Charles is the king. How does it work? Charles is the queen, is the king, eh? And Camilla is the queen. Right? What is third party? Sorry, I'm getting distracted a bit. So WordNet, exactly. So we need to launch this. We need to launch this. And okay, this we don't care. What we care is this function. Right? So it will become like this. And this re-init top level function to close and reopen the database. I think we're never using this. I think we are always using only this one. Now the problem is that we need we need to use this here as well, huh? So we also need to change do init. I have no idea where it is, but should be somewhere. So we need to change this as well. Fuck it. Okay. I see. I see. What is this doing it thingy? Doing it thingy. Did I call it dick there or what? Yes. So we can basically exclude all of this, you know, like I did. And then I think we can ignore all of this. I think we can ignore all of this. We can just remove it. It's totally useless. Including this. It's totally useless stuff. We don't use it this way anymore. And then the only thing that I need to do, instead of using this search there, right, that we don't care, we use this dict there. Why copies into I don't know. Is that needed? I hope not. You wanted cons? No, I hope not, huh? Okay, so in theory this is gonna do what we need. In theory, right? So now that this succeeded, I should be able to copy my library that we said that we were using the 64, huh? No? What? What do you mean? I'm super confused now. Where is my... Wait, I compiled here, right? It said... well, maybe I need to do build. Build. I need to do build. F7 probably is not doing it. No. Is doing it. Okay, so why I don't have my... WordNet lib x64... Why this still has the old date? Why this still has the old date? I don't get it. We compiled in release, yes. Release x64. Release x64. Ah, he put it here. Okay. There are 1 million directories, but anyway. Okay, so this one I think is the one that is used, right? So I think that one is the one that is used. So now if I recompile this, I don't know if I can pass a TCR to ANSI like that, but in theory it should be possible, right? I don't know why he's complaining. Too many arguments. Too many arguments because maybe this one is declared somewhere as external, eh? No, it's declared here. So it should be fine. Unless this function is declared somewhere else. No. It's declared only in third parties. Yeah, in fact succeeded. I don't know, Visual Studio was giving the error, but actually succeeded. Now the error is gone. Okay, I probably just had to regenerate something. So let's see if now he's able to init it properly, okay? So I want to see if this init is getting the right path. And I think it is the best way, because we pass him the path that is the one that we get from Unreal. And so we don't have to care about it in Windows, Linux, or Mac, or anywhere. Now, it's used only on Linux for us in production, but it's used in Windows on my machine. Okay, let's see what is our war content. War content there seems to be fine. Now, is a relative... The problem is that is a relative location. Is a relative location. I don't know if it's the best that is a relative location, but we will see. We will see if he likes it or not. We have this relative location here. So let's see if this do init is actually capable now of... It seems to be fine. Yes, it's actually working. But I fucked up here. Because I used search dir again. I think it's better if I copy this into this. Yeah, but it worked, huh? It worked. It worked fine. I think probably it's better if we do this, so at least we can keep the rest of the... Because he's using the search dir everywhere. I don't want to change it everywhere. I hope that this is... I mean, is string copy smart enough to get... But I assume so, yes. Yeah, I think it should be. So we take this one and we move it here. Yeah, there is a bit of a manual thing, you know, but it's okay. Just because it's a third party, it's not a plugin, but it's fine. So basically with this change, we have the initialization of WordNet properly working on all platforms anyway, right? And I will also load all the files that are in content. Then the only thing that I need to be sure is, no, but it's okay because they will be server side. So server side, they don't have to be shipped, right? We don't care that they get shipped. Okay, perfect. So now, yes, now is working as expected. Okay. Yeah, I have the verbose on, and maybe I should remove it, but I have the verbose on. It is lightly verbose. It's like printing forever. I saw a... on step. Because these one are the ones that, yeah. By the way, these are meaning. Okay, anyway, that's another optimization. I have. There is another optimization that I can do actually. On the quest and on the, but that's not an easy one. I don't know if I will ever do, but at the moment, instead of having IDs associated to triggers, we go by string. So the triggers that do not have that are not part of a quest, I think I will have some trouble in transforming them to only IDs, but okay, so now we can test the morphing of the word if it works as expected. I think it will. So if that works, I will check in also the WordNet files, so that we can get them server side. Ah, yes, but then I need it in shipping because I need it in shipping server. Otherwise, well, I can also copy them manually, but I think it would be best if I can. So if I say beers now, fuck, it didn't morph. It didn't morph. Why? Wait. It still didn't initialize or what? PS log. PS Unreal log. Yeah. No? Wait a second. Wait a second, huh? No, as in what? He still failed to initialize? No. What do you mean, huh? Data dict. Probably because he's adding dict on top of my string. Yeah. That's probably why. I think I added dict and he's adding dict himself. So I think that now we are doing kind of a double. But it's definitely finding the files. I mean, it's definitely finding the directory, I mean. But it's not... It's not initializing, it's giving an error initialization. Okay, so we are passing data and we are passing dict, right? Actually, there is a double slash. I don't know why. Ah, because this one probably is not needed. Okay, we can remove it. But I don't think that that is the real issue. So let me go in 1 second. Yeah, so we do the open, right? The open would fail here, but actually it's not failing. So yeah, so it's actually correct. So why is failing? It's actually correct. Why is it returning? Open error is 0, right? So exactly. Maybe it's failing here. Maybe it's failing into this. It's failing in the second one? Really? It's failing in the... Okay, let me do one thing though, because I don't want to have the double... I don't want to have the double thingy. Because maybe the double thingy is messing up with them. So it should be like this. Like this is only one separator, because project content dir already has the... So you can open the files properly, but when it does the morph init, so this first init is fine. When he's trying to do this morph init, is returning an error. Why? Ah, because I have the game open. Starting to be late. Starting to be late, unfortunately. So I think I will have to go soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. I don't know why it's failing here. Can remove that one. I can also remove this one, because now we know that up to here we are fine. So do init, unless he's using a because he's using again the same shit. He's using again the same shit. Okay. Yeah, it's basically the same. It's basically the same thing. because there is an init. Okay, I didn't realize that. So there is a general init, and then there is a morph that has the same problem. Right, so we actually need to pass the same variable over and over also on this one, and we need to pass it down and such, right? So this needs to become a char point whatever, and this do init, which is actually inside morph, right, needs to have that, and this needs to have that. There is also a remorph in it, just to be annoying, but fine. We do it this way and this way. Okay, so now we just need to change the this will fail because we didn't what? Didn't. There should be a morph in it with the wrong exactly. How could he? Anyway. How could he initialize? Okay, now we have it also on the morph, so we have the same directory setting also on the morph that I hope it will make it finally will make it finally working. Yes, replace. Okay, so in my yeah, and all of that is managed. Okay. Stop. Yes. Yeah. So this way is much cleaner because we have the basic directory decided by Unreal and then passed as a parameter to the third-party thingy, and we don't have to care about initializing directory, finding directories there, right? So I think it's cleaner. I think it's the best way to do it. Okay, we're starting up. By the way, guys, next week I'm going to travel, okay, for work. So I will not be able to stream the whole week. Sometimes it happens. So COVID was helping on, you know, staying home and being able to stream every day. But now that COVID went away, maybe I will travel more, right? If I travel more, then I can stream less. Okay, now it compiled. Okay, good. So I mean it parsed the thingy. So okay. By the way, do you want to see a preview? Do you want to see a preview of a new Stonehammer screen? Stonehammer screen. If you don't answer, I will not show it. Okay, so if now I say beers, the plural form, I'm expecting this thing to... Fuck, it didn't morph. What is the plural of beer, guys? Is the plural of beer beer? What? Beer is both countable and uncountable. The plural refers to servings of beer. See beer. Drunk. I don't know. It seems that beers is not in the dictionary. Or whatever. It's not... The plural form of noun beer is beers. So why house? You know, I said houses. Houses is actually morphed properly into house. You see, it becomes house. So that plural works. But beers doesn't. Why? Apples. What? What the fuck? Why is not? It's not entering. If it does not, because probably apples, we also have the plural form. Yeah, but that's a problem, huh? That's a problem. That's a problem. Means that that word apples, the plural form was already found, huh? Apples. Yes, because it was found. That's another small problem, because if we have a trigger somewhere, right, that is using the plural form, that gets added to our database in its plural form, and then the morphing doesn't work anymore. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. So this means that somewhere we have a plural form apples. That in theory should never be used, but okay. I still don't understand why. I still don't understand why beers is not. Why beers is not recognized. There is the WordNet browser, so basically it's doing the same thing that we are doing by code, but it's doing it in the UI, right? And as you can see, when I search, this guy is saying, I search beers and he finds beers. So the question is, why the hell is not doing it? He's not doing it in the game. If I say bees, you see, bees is actually B. So why beers not? I mean, we found the only word that doesn't. Swords. Swords, because we have it already. It's already matching. By heads. I don't understand why sometimes it's triggering before and sometimes it's triggering. So like heads is finding a candidate. Yes, it's finding a candidate. That's a problem though. That's a probleminos. This means that we have some, so for example, this means that we have in the database some plural forms that should never be there, because if we use plural forms in the definition of the triggers, yeah, you see, train swords, right? Train swords. So this is actually wrong. It should always be singular form, because we manage the plural form with the morphing. If we define it plural here, well, it's also true that you say training in swords. You don't say training in sword. I don't know. Can you teach me? I think we probably also have axes. No, we have taxes. Taxes is another good example, because I can say taxes, and this one will get a candidate, yes, and so it will never be reduced to singular form, and this means that any other singular form in any other trigger will fail, right? While if we keep it singular, the plural will work and the singular will work. So there is a bit of a cleanup to do, I guess, but still I don't understand why beers is not working. I still don't understand why beers is not found, but is not morphed. Is not. Why? What is the difference? What is the difference between what is the difference between houses Because I cannot do the morph from here. I cannot do the morph from here, no. But he finds it the same way, yeah? So he's saying noun found, right? Noun found, and he's saying beer. And here he's saying noun found house. So why this works and this one doesn't? Maybe because it's the type of ending that no, but I don't know. We can debug it in theory if we really want. Right? We can go inside of this if we want. We can go inside of this and see what the hell it's doing. For each word base, retrieve a value beer. Yeah, you see, it did it already. Actually, we entered with beers, and he found it already. Yes. Then why is not returning it? You see that red val is already beer. And is defined. Why? He found it, but he's not using it. That is so strange. What is this is defined doing? Is defined. Is defined. Is defined external. Set the bit for each search type that is valid for the search word pass and return a bit mask. Holy shit. Because I think it's this part that is failing. Anyway, for beers doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea. I have no idea why it's not working for that one. But I think it's too late now, guys. I really need to go, unfortunately. Tomorrow, I don't think I will be here. So I will see you on Saturday. Right? And then remember that I have a week that I will not stream. We start, so Saturday will be the last day because I'm traveling on Sunday. So traveling on Sunday, and yeah. Okay. So with that, if you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, would be nice. Also, if you want to go to Patreon and do a bit more for us, you really like the game, maybe, and you can go to patreon.com/planeshift and you can support us and get access to the game and play it right now. And with that, I'm gonna go. See you, boys! Next time. So probably tomorrow evening, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Check Discord and I will tell you. Or Saturday afternoon. A long trip? Yeah, about 1 week. 1 week of trip, so I cannot stream from Sunday to next Friday, to the Friday after, unfortunately. Bye bye.